I got my man out in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Hey, Mike, it's Brandon.
What's going on, Brandon?
Hey, closed on 2 houses last week. One of them I guess we're just kind of doing a victory, I guess.
Nice.
I kind of feel a little bit on this deal. I've been working with this seller for like 3-4 months on this one deal, but I got a owner financed offer, 0% interest. Had to put $10,000 down, but it's worth 90. Picked it up for 40. Had to put 10 grand down and $500 principal payment for 18 months, and then it's a balloon after 18 months. The house needs like new roof, mechanical type stuff, but all in all, it's in really good shape. I've got a retail like fix up of it about $25,000, but like if I wanted to do like a wrap type owner financing on it, I probably could get away with about 15 grand, a little bit less, or just get them to do the work. It really doesn't need that much work, but you know, it needs like the mechanical stuff, which is more like the expensive type stuff. Got that one. Yeah, got that one accepted. I think I'm just going to do a turnkey rental and just flip it though. I'm having issues as far as like, you know, borrowing like if I was to borrow money from like friends and family, they'd be a second. I think I've got one person that's willing to do it, but I'm having a little bit of issue raising the capital on the second, you know, because they own or finance it. Do you typically deal with those type of issues, or how do you get around that?
We have people that'll give us seconds, but usually if we don't take a second, we just use our own cash. But
Okay.
if you need the second, what I've always done is, you know, they're in a little bit riskier of a position, so juice them up a little bit, you know, give them a little bit better money on the private money side.
Okay. Yeah, I plan on actually using my own money. I've got one person kind of nibbling at it right now. And, but I mean, all in all, that was a pretty good deal that I picked up last week. We closed on it. And then, I picked up another house last week, and we actually should be on the market within probably Thursday, Friday. It was a real quick turnaround. Picked it up for $31,000. It looks like we'll be into it for around, in repairs, about $15,000. Only big issue it needed was a condenser and a new roof, which we've already got done. But just paint, pressure wash, clean up, landscape, that's about it on it. And it's worth $70,000 to $72,000, maybe even $74,000. So I'm into it for like $45,000. We'll sell it for around $70,000. So
Will you owner finance that, or are you gonna flip it?
I'm gonna flip that one. I've been doing a lot of flips lately, and I mean, I'm carrying a little bit of cash on hand, but right now I you know, the little cash that I have on hand, I still feel like it's almost nothing. I mean, it's still in the 6-figure position, but I still feel like it's just not enough money, and I'm just trying to just build liquidity right now at this point in time. And then as soon as I do, then I'll put that money to work and then, you know, owner finance that money out so I can have a good return as opposed to having it in the bank account.
Yeah, no, but you know, there's nothing wrong with getting a little bit liquid right now while we can, you know, because there's been times where I've seen it's very hard to get liquid because the market speeds up, and that's a great time to do a lot of owner finance. So definitely get liquid while you can.
Yeah, I'm kind of just sitting on the sidelines watching. I'm still picking up, but a lot of the properties that we're picking up right now, I've got lenders that will lend me, and I'll just borrow from them, and then I'll flip using their money. And then I'm just getting myself ready for like maybe a smoking deal that I'm just like, you know what, I'm just going to keep this in my own portfolio. I am seeing some retail properties pop up on the market in my area that are smoking deals, but I know retail's already been taking a hit, and I don't really need an office space or anything like that, but I really debate picking up something on the retail side just for like, we're right now we just operate as a home-based business, and I've thought about like trying to move our business over to having like a centralized location where we can keep equipment, keep like our cargo trailers and everything else on one spot. would you suggest to hold off, or what's your prediction on, like the retail side right now?
It varies a lot from market to market. If it was me, though, I would hold off and just see what's going to happen over the next 6 months.
I agree. I was thinking like 6 months to a year. I think we're going to see some smoking deals. I'm already starting to see some like downtown buildings that are going for nearly nothing, like $40-$50 a square foot type stuff over in downtown areas. Like that's smoking where I'm at right now. So,
Yeah.
but other than that, man, go ahead.
If it's that, I mean, if it's the other thing about office buildings is if it's right for you, you got to do it. If it's, I mean, there's going to be that one where you're like, oh man, that's just like the right one for us. Go ahead and do it. Especially if you're in a comfortable spot to be able to do it, because your business will explode the more set up you are.
I've been talking to my business partners about it, and I've been telling them we're probably a year out. I said we could do it right now, but I feel like we're kind of I think it'd be a little premature at this point. But I also sometimes debate whether I'm wrong about that. Maybe we do need to be set up as a real business already. I kind of go back and forth with that.
What's nice about it is it'll change your lifestyle because, right now you come home and your office is your house and all that kind of stuff. It's nice to be able to leave work at work. You always have your cell phone with you, but, I'm never like, oh, I need to run in there and print this or do that or anything like that when I'm at home, whereas I used to be like that all the time. So when I'm at the office now, I'm much, much more productive because I feel like if I'm going to leave, I'm leaving it behind. And it also made my home life a lot better.
Yeah, my fiance, she's also my business partner as well. We kind of have rules on that at this point in time. We've got to cut off work at a certain period of time, so that might actually help out.
Yeah. No, I was never good at following those rules, so we didn't even set them. So.
Yeah, well, there's, I just wanted to share some wins that, we're picking up some stuff, and we got some rehabs going on. And right now we're actually trying to pick up another house, so we've got our marketing going out to see if we can't pick up another little smoking deal. We got an appointment tomorrow. They're behind on taxes $12,000. They have given us no number yet of what they want for it. I don't know how much repairs it needs, but it's worth $65,000. So hopefully there's room to pick it up. The only problem I saw was there was 3 quick claim deeds before this person. And I'm like, something tells me there's something wrong with the title. Something tells me we'll pick up the contract for a great price, but then the title will come back just disastrous.
Right. Well, hopefully not.
Well, do you? I mean, when you go and pick up something, do you kind of go cautious with that? Like you're like, all right, I see 3 quick claim deeds ahead of time. Yes, we're picking it up for let's say 12, 14, 15 grand. But I'm not getting my hopes up completely on this. Is that kind of the mindset you got on it when you see something like that?
Yeah, well, that's the mindset we'll have. But we also do a lot of curative title work ourselves, so we never really assume that we can't fix a title. And we look into all the titles pretty close as we're buying them. So we don't really even think about it. Usually we know the issues going in.
I just lost a deal where there was literally 3 quick claim deeds ahead of time. I picked it up for 15 grand. It needed like 15,000 repairs, just cosmetic type stuff. It was worth 65. And the previous owner had a federal tax lien against them for $40,000 that we can't cure, we can't do anything with. They gotta be able to fix the 40 grand federal tax lien. So I ended up losing the deal because of that.
Okay. Did the guy have any other properties or no?
No, that was it.
And he didn't want to give the 15 grand to the IRS?
Yeah, he didn't want. Well, I mean, I thought about going back to them and giving them 5 and just saying, hey, I'll give you 5 grand for this property, and just go ahead and take it, under a quick claim deed. I thought about doing that too.
So I've done a lot of that stuff. I got a bunch of titles that aren't fixed that I bought for super cheap, and I've just got them rented out. I hate rentals, but the deals were just too good to pass up because you'd be into that thing for 20 grand and you can rent it for how much?
650.
I mean, that's a 25% return, 30% return on your money. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'd probably have less into it than 15 if I did it that way too. Like I was thinking about 15 grand. That's like a retail type turnkey rental flip. Like, you know, like mulch and everything else done to it. I probably wouldn't do all that to it.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, I do a lot of that stuff. If somebody's got one that they can't fix, I'll take those all day.
Okay. I've thought about it, and I'm not opposed to it. I'm just kind of like, let's see what else is in the market. I didn't like the federal tax lien against it, but you know, I mean, if I could get those type of ROIs on my cash, I don't think that's bad either.
Right. Right. It's all about the risk reward. You know, if you're only 15 grand into it, you can make $6 grand a year on it after taxes and insurance. Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Right. Right. Okay. Great advice. All right. Yeah. So I just wanted to share a little bit. So I appreciate your
Cool,
time,
man.
man.
Well,
Thank
we
you.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.